is that he is a cartoon comedian. It's Steve does stand up.
Steve!
So, as I walk in the woods, and there's a lot of crowd noise in the woods, but apparently the woods are just very noisy today. Anyway, it gives somebody time to think about how, frankly, a lot of things are just kind of bad right now. It's hard to go out and have fun and eat a meal and have a beer with friends, go to the movies, watch sports or whatever. And, now all sports are just bad. NFL players, for instance, it's no longer, oh, it's quiet, nice. Let's just walk for a minute. Okay. So, NFL players, for them, it's no longer about brain damage. It's definitely about brain damage, but the crowd's back. Okay. But, now football is, like everything else, a daily existential crisis. The guys that you're playing with and playing against and practicing with and all that, they breathe on you and you die. That's, it used to take years to kill you, and now it's gonna fucking kill you in a couple of weeks. So that's kind of crazy. So what do we do? I don't even like football, but I do like watching something where I don't know the ending, and that's what I like that. So here's an option that is out there: YouTube, and most importantly, marble racing. Amazing. Marble racing is fantastic. Marble racing is the sport that I think we've all been waiting for in this crazy time. It's all the fun of a bag of marbles, with none of the hassle of training or practicing or exercising or having any discernible talent. You just need some marbles and a bunch of sand and an iPhone and a guy who talks really fast and is very, very, very excited about marbles. It's a blast, and the worst thing that can happen is that a marble gets stuck in the sand, or gets snatched up by a seagull, or gets washed away by a giant wave. It's a no-risk kind of situation, and I think that's what a lot of people really enjoy about it. And so, thinking ahead, once we're burned out on marble racing, and as glorious as that is, I think it's bound to happen. I think we're pretty much ready for the next big thing, and I know what it can be. And if everybody would just be cool, I think that we could get down to what we've all been really waiting for, and that is televised, organized, structured baby fighting. It's cute, there's action, we can gamble, the babies never really get hurt, so there's that. The occasional nap is kind of fun. They work extremely cheap. Babies almost never go on strike and rarely get caught beating up their kids, or babies don't fight with their girlfriends or get in car accidents. We're looking at ultimately what could be, if managed correctly, would be a pretty safe thing. So basically what we would do is we would cut off the age limit at 18 months. We'd let them wear, little Nerf helmets. We wouldn't make them fight per se, but we would motivate them a little. We'd say things like, "I heard Jonah over there said you were not a big boy, and that you would always be bald, and that you would never learn how to color." They don't understand words, but children, they do understand tone, and they understand when daddy needs a winner, and they understand that it's important to be a champion, to succeed. Somebody's got to lose and somebody's going to win. And it's just in their DNA. They're fighters. And so when, the other corner's trying to pump up the other baby, something like, you know what Tristan over there said about your mom? He said she buys off-brand goldfish and that you cry when you take baths in the sink and that your crib ain't shit and your mom is she drives an old minivan. Yeah, that's right. He just, she got disrespected and a big boy's just not going to put up with that. A champion's just not going to put up with that. So anyway, so now the two babies, they're annoyed. They're ready to do what they're going to do, and they basically just go out there and they hug and they roll around. And then, when somebody cries, they lose. That's it. So it's over. Oh, God. So if somebody gets a tummy ache or whatever, it's just the price of being great. And there's a corral full of babies waiting to be the next champion. So the children are our future. I have a bit of a gambling problem, and I think with the right sponsorship, I think we can make this happen. But we do have to be okay with the notion that the babies might be the breadwinners in the house. I'm okay with it. I'm a progressive guy. If a baby is going to be my meal ticket, pay off the Hyundai, student loans, and give me a little baby walking around money, I'm good with that. So let's do this. Live your life. Take chances. Embrace your fears. You will never be sorry if you take on these ideas and implement them in your life. But I must admit, I'm afraid of commitment, and I'm also afraid of choking to death while eating. But I've been trying to face those fears. But frankly, paying sex workers who will also watch me eat is getting really expensive. And if you've ever tried to eat a steak before or after sex, you know that it's hard to enjoy a meal when you're on the clock. I'm also afraid of hospitals. I don't even like to drive by a hospital. It's totally irrational, I know, but I just can't get near one without having a panic attack. Everybody dies, but how many people truly live?